Location. Cooler and windy on Tuesday, more sunshine by the tail end of the work week. Frank and Michelle.
All right, Roberta, thank you. A group in Los Angeles has created a lottery to get people to vote.
Might work too. Political analyst Melissa Griffin Caen is here with more on how it works and why the Bay Area might be next. You kind of like this, I guess, right?
I do. This is a very exciting experiment.
Good incentive.
This is. Imagine if the act of casting a vote also entered you into a lottery where the winner gets $25,000. That's what's happening in Los Angeles. It's called a voteria. It's supposed to rhyme with loteria, Spanish for lottery, and its aim is to get voters to the polls on May 19th for a school board election in Los Angeles. Now, every voter in that election will automatically be entered into a drawing where they could win $25,000. The group behind the lottery is the Southwest Voter Registration Education Project, SVREP. Just go with it. The group is nonpartisan and is not endorsing any candidate in the election. The goal of the group is just to increase Latino voter participation, although this project will ideally increase turnout across all ethnicities. Now, you can see why they're willing to try something inventive like a lottery. In recent years, voter participation in Los Angeles has been very, very low. In 2013, the LA mayor's race turnout was 23%, the lowest in 100 years. So the issue of voter participation down there looks like it needs some kind of imaginative solution. Maybe this is it.
It could be, but is it legal?
Right, people say, is this bribery? Are we buying votes here? Actually, this kind of incentive is legal. But to be clear, offering incentives for people to vote are only legal if the ballot is just state or local. Federal law prohibits incentives. So if there's anything federal on the ballot, you have a problem. If there's an election where voters are choosing the president of the United States and they're also electing a mayor, you cannot use lottery incentives like this to vote. But if it's just a mayor's race and nothing federal, you can use these incentives. In this case, the only thing on the ballot is the local school board election. So the voteria does appear to be legal.
It does say a little something about our society, if that's what it takes to get people out there. And do you really want people that need to be somewhat incentivized to go out and vote?
Right, I mean, that's a critical question, is who are we attracting to the polls? Having a bunch of people who don't know who the candidates are or what they're voting on, probably not helpful. But a Princeton professor did a study back in 2012, and that study showed that if you offer people money to vote, they will educate themselves before they do it. People who don't plan to vote obviously ignore information about elections. But if you change that dynamic and they do plan to vote, they will pay attention to information about the election. At least that's the hope, and that's something that will be studied closely after this LA election.
So you think it'll work?
I hope so. And I do think it will increase turnout somewhat. The question is, will that turnout be significant? Will it be enough to expand this experiment to other local races? And that means the Bay Area too. For example, San Francisco had a 30% turnout in our local 2013 election. So LA is not the only place where local elections could use a boost. Keep your eye out for this May 19th election in LA because it could be a game changer.
And it's just one winner, right? 25 grand?
25 grand straight to one winner.
One winner, okay.
One lucky person.
Keep an eye.
All right,
Thank
Melissa,
you.
Thanks. We'll be right back.